Welcome to the 186 District Court is in session. This is cause numbers 2021 CR 4728 and 2021 CR 6901W. State of Texas versus Jesse Moncada. We're here today for pleas in each of these cases. Conducting the hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. Time now is 11:28 a.m. on the second day of August 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Lindsay Shaw for the state.
Attorney Bill Simmons for defense.
Sir, are you the same Jesse Moncada charged by indictment in the first case I called with possession of marijuana from 4 ounces to 5 pounds? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir, that's me.
And are you the same Jesse Moncada in the second case I called charged by information with unauthorized use of a vehicle? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the first case, I'm going to use a function called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in that case. This is the marijuana case. Are you familiar with this document, sir?
Yes, sir, I am.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
I did.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir, I did.
Counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out a share screen for that case. And then in the next case, let's see, I'm going to do this. I'm going to share screen again. This is the information for that case. This is the unauthorized use case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir, I am.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, we did.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to scroll down to another document for this case. It's called the waiver of indictment, waiver of reading the information, and waiver of certain rights under the Code of Criminal Procedure. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over this with Mr. Simmons?
I did, sir.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
The electronic signature right here. I'm using my cursor to circle around it. Is this your signature?
Yes, it is, sir.
By signing this, you're telling me you understand. Normally, this type of offense, the unauthorized use of a vehicle, would have to go to the grand jury for an indictment, but that you are waiving that procedure. Did you understand that when you signed this document?
Yes, sir, I did.
And now that the information has been filed, we could read the information to you out loud, word for word here in court, but you're telling me you want to waive that process as well. Is that true?
Yes, sir, it is.
And now that the information has been filed, you have 2 time delays under the law. One is for 2 days, one's for 10 days, but you're telling me with your signature here that you would rather waive delays and proceed today. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir, that's what I would like to do.
I approve those waivers. I make them a part of the record. I'm going to get out of share screen. I'll note for each case, if there is a discovery acknowledgement that's been signed and dated by both sides, I'm doing the same and I'm making it part of the respective records. Also note in each case that there's an application for deferred adjudication. I'll make that a part of the record as well, or community supervision, I should say, on those documents as well. So we're going to go back into share screen. I'm going to show you a document from each case. It's called the defendant's consent to plead by video conference. And this is in the first case I called the drug case. And I'm scrolling down to electronic signature. Is this yours? I'm using my cursor to circle around.
Yes, sir, it is.
And let me switch that same document for the unauthorized use case. Again, the defendant's consent to plead by video conference. Again, I'm using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this your electronic signature?
Also my signature, sir.
Great, thank you. For each case, when you sign that document, you're telling me 2 things. One, you understand normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you're consenting to do the plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, sir, I did.
Secondly, the electronic signature that you have on these forms, as well as all of the other electronic signatures of yours in the plea packets in front of me, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed those documents. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, sir, I did.
I approve the consents that are listed in each case and make them a part of their respective records. We're still in share screen, sir. I'm going to go to a document in the first case called the court's admonishments. It's a couple of pages, so let me scroll through for you and ask you, are you familiar with this document?
I am, sir.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, we did.
Did you understand it?
100%.
And at the bottom of page 4 is electronic signature. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature in this case?
Yes, it is, sir.
Let me switch over to the one that's in the unauthorized use case. All right, here's the first page of that. Again, it's the court's admonishments. I'll scroll through. Same questions. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir, I am.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, we did.
Did you understand it?
100%, boss.
And again, at the bottom of page 4 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, it is.
Going to get out of share screen. Sir, for each case, signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within them. Is that true?
I do, Your Honor.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
The rights you're giving up in each case is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that before you signed these?
I did, sir.
By signing the court's admonishments, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offenses for each case, which is they're both state jail felony cases. So the offense, the range of punishment for those types of cases is anywhere from 180 days to 2 years in the state jail and up to a $10,000 fine. That's for each case. Did you understand that before you signed the court's admonishments in these cases, sir?
I did, sir.
You've applied for deferred adjudication, sir, and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offenses listed on your charging documents, and instead you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful, then the cases are dismissed. But the risks are, if you're not successful, you could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offenses on that day, and you're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
I did, sir.
And do you still wish to apply, knowing that?
Yes, sir, I would.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments for each case and make them a part of their respective records. Sir, we're going to go back to share screen again. I'm going to show you the plea bargains in your cases. This is in the marijuana case. I'll scroll through. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir, I am.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, we did.
Did you understand it?
100%.
An electronic signature to the left, I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one over to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two electronic signatures?
They are, Your Honor.
Let's go to the plea bargain in the unauthorized use case. Same questions. You're familiar with this document?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over this with Mr. Simmons?
Yes, we did.
Did you understand it?
100%.
There's the signature to the left and the signature to the right. Are these your two signatures?
Both are mine, Your Honor.
These documents detail for me your agreements with the state as far as punishment is concerned. I'll let you know if I'm going to follow these prior to the entries of your plea. They mirror each other. Both say there'll be a $1,500 fine. In each case, the state's recommending deferred adjudication. And in each case, the state's going to run these causes concurrent with each other. In each case, taken in consideration for dismissal is an unindicted felony drug charge for possession of a controlled substance from 1 to 4 grams. In each case, your signature to the left waives your appeal outside of the agreements, but the recommendations are you be placed on community supervision for a period of 3 years, have a drug and alcohol treatment evaluation, and perform community service hours. Is that your understanding of the agreements in each of your cases, sir?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by any plea bargain. I don't have to follow these. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
But if I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal in that case. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
That's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, any such rulings in either case?
No, Your Honor.
If I don't follow the plea bargain, then I'll allow you to withdraw the plea. We'll proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
I'll note again that one of your signatures in each of the plea bargains waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir, I am.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to either of the offenses would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on each of the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, for each case, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter pleas here today?
In my opinion, he is, Your Honor.
Sir, to the offenses that are listed on your charging documents, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Is that for each case?
That's for each case, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea?
Yes, sir, I do.
Other than the plea bargains, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your pleas today?
No, sir.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, sir.
If you're going over these cases with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, sir, I do.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the pleas?
State upper states Exhibit 1 in both cases.
No objection, Your Honor.
Admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 for each case prior to getting on the record. Find that for each case, they are sufficient for the pleas. Sir, for each case, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made, that there was sufficient evidence to support the plea, and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. And Mr. Simmons, do we waive pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, Your Honor.
Being no legal reason, in accordance with the agreement with the state, sir, for each case, I'm going to defer any finding of guilt, place you on community supervision for a period of 3 years. For each case, there'll be a $1,500 fine. These cases will run concurrent with each other, taken in consideration for dismissal as another cause. I'm going to read you the cause number, sir, and I'll tell you the offense. And if you plead true, then I dismiss that case. Do you understand how we're going to proceed, sir?
Sir.
All right. Cause number NM622986, possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 from 1 to 4 grams. How do you plead? True or not true? If you plead true, I dismiss it.
True.
It's dismissed. You'll have a TAP evaluation. You'll have to follow the recommendations. I'll give you 150 community service hours, and then I'll also give you 30 days to verify employment. Sir, for each case, this is a plea bargain case, and I followed the plea bargain, so you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. I'm also noting for each case that you waived your appeal in your plea bargain agreement. I'm making a certification of this for the record for each case, and I'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. Sir, about ready to conclude the hearing. When we do, you need to stay on Zoom. You're going to meet with our court liaison officer to go over your new conditions of community supervision. But is there anything else from either of the attorneys before we conclude the hearing?
No, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, if I just wanted to confirm that they are running concurrently, so the total fine would be $1,500, Judge.
Yes, sir.
And also, is the court open to allowing him to serve some of his community service hours via school if he does enroll and presents proof of that to probation?
I'll let him present that probation. I'll make the decision after he makes
Yes,
everything through on that. Okay. Sir, good luck to you. We are concluding with this hearing. We are